Hi folks, in this episode we're going to continue our discussion on fat. So this is how a 5-pound fat looks like. Altogether here I have 20 pounds of fat, and let me try to put it in a bag. This is what 20 pounds of fat looks like. See how heavy it is. There is what we call the BMI, the body mass index. And how do you derive that? You log on to Google, type BMI calculation, and it will calculate your BMI. So your body mass index is how much exactly you're supposed to weigh according to how tall you are. How do we accumulate the excess fat? We accumulate it, one, by living sedentary life. We don't get to exercise enough. By consuming more than the recommended amount of calories we're supposed to eat a day and not expending that energy. So when we are not expending that energy, what the body does is the body actually takes all that it needs to sustain you, and the rest of it is stored in your body as fat. Alright? So it stores this in different places. You can store it under your skin, you can store it in the trunk, in the abdomen, in the organs, inside the abdomen. You can store it in the liver, and we call it fatty liver. Alright, you can store it on your thigh, on your buttocks, and on your hips. So you can imagine how heavy this 20 pounds is when I'm lifting it. You can feel how much I'm stretching to lift it. Alright, so can you imagine what your bone feels when it's carrying twice or even 1 times this amount of weight? It's a lot of weight on the bone, and that's why eventually after such a long period of time of carrying that excess weight, the body give up, the bone begin to weaken, the joints begin to complain in terms of arthritis, pain. So how can we get rid of this? It goes back to going back to the basics, back to drawing board, which is in making sure that we are expending energy. We are not living sedentary life, we exercising. So that's all it takes, for make sure you're exercising, you're eating healthy, eat plant-based, eat lots of vegetables, and also give yourself less carb. Let me also tell you, when you eat a lot of carbohydrate, you are feeding the bad bacteria in your stomach. You're feeding it because it needs the sugar in your body to survive, and that's why it's bloated from the sugar. Now when you deprive it of that sugar, they all die. So folks, this is easy. Let's all make sure that we are applying this, and you're going to see results. Okay, see you next time, and God bless.